Another piece of news comes from Meta. So as Meta has been on a spending spree, they've been grabbing top engineers for their super intelligence lab. They've been stealing them from OpenAI. They stole a guy from Apple, which seemed a bit mean because Apple is so far behind already on artificial intelligence. So Zuckerberg has just been buying and acquiring as many people as he can. They're also about to spend hundreds of billions of dollars on a data center. So here we go. Let me find. So they are building data centers. So this is what Grok did last year with their Colossus data center. They just built this huge data center, filled it with GPUs, and used that to brute force training a model. It looked like Meta are going down a similar route. This costs a lot of money, a huge amount of money, both in the construction, in buying the GPUs from NVIDIA. So this is great for NVIDIA, and then in the electricity cost. So much electricity that some companies are talking about either buying or building nuclear power stations just to power their data centers. This is a game that cannot be played by small companies. So increasingly, we're seeing the race being condensed into the hands of the billionaires. So we've got Zuckerberg, we've got Musk, we've got Sam Altman, and then we have Google and Microsoft. And no one else can compete. So I'm in Paris right now, in France. They have Mistral, their AI company here. But anyone who's not on the same level as these gigantic companies are not going to be able to afford the infrastructure investments, are not going to be able to afford buying in engineers and giving them $100 million signing bonuses. So increasingly, this is getting condensed. So they're building a couple of multi-gigawatt data centers. The first one is called Prometheus. The walls of these things. We've got Colossus from Grok, Elon Musk. We've got Prometheus, who famously is the human who stole fire from the god. There's some egos here. It's expected to come online in 2026, while another called Hyperion, I believe Hyperion is Helios's sibling. They're a Titan who represents his son, I think. Anyway, again, big, grandiose names. We'll be able to scale up to 5 gigawatts in the coming years. So we're building multiple more Titan clusters as well. Just one of these clusters covers a significant part of the footprint of Manhattan. So that gives you an idea of the size of these data centers. It's the size of Manhattan, which is 20, 30 miles tall. Check it out. I've actually gone up to the side of Manhattan once. I did my first 20-mile run there. It's exhausting. So it's 22 square miles or 60 square kilometers. Yeah, that's a lot of data center being built. The Meta will be the first AI lab to bring a gigawatt online. It's going to be larger than anything else that's been built. We have the capital from our business to do this. Yeah, so they generated $165 billion in revenue last year. And now it looks like they are pivoting their business model into artificial intelligence. So they have a huge advantage in that they have data. Unlike the other companies, they have huge data pools from their social media sites. So they arguably, I don't know how many photos they have, but they probably are sitting on one of the largest repositories of photos on Earth, is Instagram, and also one of the largest repositories of human communication via Facebook, so people posting, talking, Messenger, and WhatsApp. Potentially all of that information could be used to train models, which is data that other AI companies do not have access to. So this is in part why OpenAI, they're going to be launching a browser. Again, they want access to more human-generated information because we're running out. We've already put the whole of the internet into these models, and that means we're hitting a wall. That, which I always find fascinating, because people are like, oh, that means these AI models are clutch because, it's starting to trail off. The reason for that is that in the last couple of thousand years, we as a species have not generated enough information. We've fed everything we can to these AI models already, and the AI models are like, yum, yum, give me more. And we haven't written anymore. We haven't created anymore. So it's not failing as a civilization that we just haven't made any more information to feed into these models. So the models are really good and they can process a lot more, but we don't have enough to feed it. And that's why these companies are always looking for new ways to get access to information. For Meta, it's going to be our WhatsApp messages. It's going to be our Messenger messages. It's going to be everything that we post on Facebook. It's going to be communication. They're going to have to work through the privacy stuff, but this is why they've added things like AI directly into WhatsApp. They're making sure that we are comfortable with sharing information with an AI over time so that they can use it to train these new models and run everything through these superclusters. Because everything that we write, say, and do is information and data for these models. So yeah, Zuck is definitely, we're going to have a Skynet. I think Zuckerberg is going to be the father of it. Cool. Further two questions. I don't want to be too much of a bummer, but yeah, we do need to be careful about allowing a very small number of very large corporations and genuinely individuals, like individual people like Sam Altman, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, etc. Allowing individuals to run this technology is problematic. It is not ideal. But at the same time, this has now been taken out of the hands of normal people because we cannot build superclusters ourselves. I don't know what the solution is, but we need to be very wary moving forward.